buy Jessica's new book. Maybe I'll get a free copy because of this plug.
Right, keep going.
Or a print.
Hi, I'm Hannah from Enemy, and I am here with Boynton and Zoey Deutch from The Politician. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
What first drew you to the script?
I think the Ryan Murphy, Brad Falchuk element for me was the first pull. I think as soon as you see those names involved as the creators of a project, you know it's going to be something very different than what you're currently seeing on TV and something very special. So I think that was the first pull. And then as soon as I read the breakdown of the show and of Astrid, my character, it was a kind of no-brainer.
It's hard not to read Infinity and be like, okay, I want to do this so badly. I think, you know, it just, I couldn't believe what I was reading. They, as writers and creators, are some of the most brave and bold storytellers, and this is no exception of
the brave and the bold.
The brave and the bold.
And what was it like working with the legend that is Jessica Lange?
So fun. That's really the only way to. The only way I have to describe it. It was so fun. I just did my best to be a sponge creature and soak all up her layingness. Sounds like a sandwich or something. Layingness. I'm also a really big fan of her photography as well. So that was kind of cool to pick her brain about. Yeah, she's one of the most brilliant photographers that has ever lived. Her books are.
Oh my God.
And she has a new one coming out. Buy Jessica's new book.
So what was the filming process like? It looked like it would have been one which was super fun to film on set, and I guess there's so many of you. So did it feel a bit like going to school every day? Obviously acting in a school, but going to school every day and seeing your friends?
Kind of, although, like we were saying, our storylines are all kind of running very parallel. So we had a lot of very separate days. So when we were all together, it did feel like that. It was very festive and fun, but I guess it's also what makes the show so fun to watch for us as well, because you're very much aware of, obviously, your storyline and your world within it. But then we weren't seeing anything else. So it was kind of, it's been, yeah, the whole process has been very new and very different.
So were there moments when you watched it and you're like, oh my God, I didn't realise that happened?
Yeah, I mean, the whole Dusty Infinity storyline was just, I mean, obviously you read it on the page and you kind of can half imagine it, and then you see it unfold, and it is just comedy gold. It's just brilliant.
We didn't know we were shooting a comedy. You know that, right?
Oh my God, I love it.
Jessica had no idea.
Brilliant. Even better.
We had
even better.
No idea.
So good.
And your character, Infinity, had kind of scenes in Busch Gardens, and you referenced going to Disneyland. Did you actually ever get to do that? And was everyone very jealous that you got a day out at Busch Gardens?
We shot that at a water park, and they shut down the water park for us. It was awesome and bizarre. Yeah.
And you had scenes in New York, especially that scene kind of in Times Square on the steps. What was that like?
That was wild. That was at the very end of filming. So it was exciting to have a very new setting. I mean, we've been filming in LA for like 4 months. So it was fun. It felt like a school trip. So the energy is just very different. And then I've never shot in New York like that. I've never shot in Times Square. So it's a kind of completely unforgettable experience.
We shot in New York together, though. Technically. We did a movie together, technically, in New York.
No, but then that was like outside New York. I was like in the woods and stuff in my little
you were in the
cabin
woods.
house.
You were in the cabin in the woods. Okay.
We did another film together that we never met on.
And we didn't get to work on this one together, so apparently we just keep...
So we're getting closer, though.
Yeah, we're getting a little... Maybe the next one we'll have one scene together.
Yeah, we'll just pass each other in a hallway.
It'll be a play. Now we'll do a play. Something. Get closer and closer.
We'll look it up.
So for both of you, which was the hardest scene to shoot?
Ooh, I'm like playing back the whole series. We had to do one of... I mean, obviously in a Ryan Murphy, Brad Falchuk show, there's going to be a lot of dramatic twists and turns, and my very first day shooting this was a night shoot. That it was kind of, I hadn't met anyone, hadn't been on set, and went straight into one of the most pivotal moments, I guess, for my character. So that was kind of a baptism of fire, being thrown in the deep end, which was very intense, but I guess it kind of set the tone for the drama of it all.
Yeah, totally. What about you?
I'm not sure. I think maybe similarly like the first week or so of filming. I came in after they had already been shooting for a month and a half because I was working. So I had to shoot out of order, like a scene from episode 3, then one from 2, then one. Like I was shooting quite out of order, which is very normal for our job, but it was enhanced by the fact that I was also still working out the nuts and bolts of Infinity with Ryan, Brad, and Ian, and so there was a lot of that, and so I was nervous.
So looking to the future, where would you both see your characters in 5 years' time?
I don't know. I think what's so interesting about this is that, I mean, especially Astrid, she's built her character. The character that you see, she has cast herself as. So she only really knows that within the context of high school. And you see in the show that kind of gets stripped away from her as well at some point. The foundations with which she has built this self on. And it kind of causes a few uncomfortable ripples in her world. So I would be interested to see that completely taken from her and see how she adapts.
What about Infinity?
Well, I think Infinity, she's very much so in this first season a victim of her environment. She's been infantilized by her caretaker grandmother in a particularly shocking way, and I would imagine that would seep into the psyche. So I'd be interested to see how that manifests in her adult life, and as her world starts to unravel around her. Does she take on the role of Dusty? Does she go the entirely different direction? Does she think she's going one direction where she's actually going the other direction? I think she lacks the skill set of awareness.
And I guess the question you probably will both have been asked hundreds of times already, did either of you ever run in student politics when you were at school?
Did what?
Run to be high school president or head girl or whatever?
Absolutely not. No, I went to an all-girls school and that would have been fresh hell. Did you?
I went to an arts high school and there wasn't. They had never heard the word politics there. So. Speech and debate, though. I was captain of speech and debate.
Oh, damn. That's close. That's close to this. Ish?
Ish. I don't
Yeah,
know.
sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
All right,
definitely.
cool.
She's closer.
Okay, yeah, I was president.
Amazing. And on that note, thank you both so much, and we look forward to watching all the show when it drops on Netflix.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.